if you have one autoimmune condition, studies show you are 30% more likely to develop a second autoimmune condition. Like we said, the gut is very involved and the immune system is very involved in autoimmune thyroid. So you want to make sure you don't have celiac disease. If you've been diagnosed with an autoimmune thyroid condition, or if you have positive thyroid antibodies, rule out celiac disease, because that definitively answers that question for you if you have celiac. If you have celiac, it's another autoimmune condition. And it's an attack of the villi, the little finger-like projections that help you absorb nutrients when you eat gluten. So if you have celiac disease, don't eat gluten. 1,000,000% for you, yes, be gluten-free. But we're looking at the data and we're seeing, is there any data to show a gluten-free diet can help reduce thyroid antibodies or help support thyroid function? And the latest answer is yes. So if it's autoimmune hypothyroidism, there are some studies that have concluded that after about 3 to 6 months of being gluten-free, thyroid antibodies can decrease by about 30% on a gluten-free diet. And really, I think it's a culmination of a couple things. We've talked about gluten before, so you can always go back, look at our YouTube for that video. But I think it's just how we process wheat in this country and how heavily hybridized and hard to digest American wheat is, and how heavily sprayed it is with pesticides and other things that can affect your endocrine system. And I think, another factor in that is that outside of just kind of the quality of the gluten, it's the quantity we eat, and it's in so much processed food. So what I tend to hear from people is, well, when I went gluten-free, most fast food I was eating is gluten containing. And a lot of the processed food that I was eating was gluten containing. So when I went gluten-free, it helped me cut out a lot of processed food. And that's good for your liver. That's good for your gut. That's good for your thyroid. So I do feel like that plays a part into it. But we do have more and more compelling data that came out in 2023, 2024. There were studies that showed that both for Hashimoto's autoimmune hypo and Graves' autoimmune hyper, antibodies did decrease with a 3 to 6 month gluten-free diet. So those are things to consider.